she got the word. She said, I suppose you've heard about Pam Flanders. Well, I rushed to the window and I looked outside, but I could hardly believe my eyes as a big limousine rolled up into the Flanders Assizes Drive. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second glance. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? Grew up together, 2 kids in the park, carved our initials deep in the bark. Me and Pam Flanders. Now she walks through the door with her head held high. Just for a moment I caught her eye as a big limousine pulled slowly out of Pam Flanders Assizes Drive. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second glance. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? Ruth Powers called back, asked how I felt. She said, I know how to help get over Pam Flanders. She said, now Pam Flanders is gone, but I'm still here. You know I've been waiting for 24 years and the big limousine disappeared. I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second glance. But I'll never get used to not living next door to Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders, who the fuck is Pam Flanders? Now I'll never get used to not living next door to Pam Flanders.
You knew we wouldn't be able to resist.
No, absolutely not.
I do believe in Flanwag after mod.
I do indeed. But as you can
Right
see,
to where it's come.
we are zazzing. It's a Pamcast. The salt circle, the air is calm. Ham 2 is shuffling around with a tea tray and his metallic joints squeaking with every step. Amara and Sophia are relaxing. Their voices sound melodic and echoey like they're being broadcast from a pleasant 2088. Clang clang, school internal sensors indicate a 40% humidity due to my leaky gaskets. I'm a soul discharged and yet I'm also a waiter.
Thank you, Ham 2. Oh, okay. Don't be so hard on your processors. Even the stars have to sneeze sometimes.
See, Amara always knows how to look on the bright side of a system failure. It's why I married her in the future.
And that's true. And Lauren should stop worrying about the cold math of the hunt. The tea is hot and the circle is strong. This is the only math that matters tonight.
You're right, Sophia. I got caught up in the Yeti bloodline politics and I forgot to just be an urban spaceman. By the mouse god, Sophia. He lurks in the gaps. He wants to detonate our extinction.
Ha ha ha. The mouse of God can wait till Monday. Ham 2. Even a gluttonous deity knows that tea time is sacred.
And look at David too. To be sure, he's the most stable number of all. He be dreaming of being a diamond.
Is he? I thought he was dreaming about being a very efficient fuel source.
No, Flimsy. He's just dreaming of being a nice baby. And he's doing a wonderful job. This is, wherever I am from in Ireland, this is how we do things.
My chest screen is flashing a happy icon. I shall initiate a quiet mode protocol for the baby and for the nice ladies who don't mind my rust, if you beg my pardon. Good man, Ham, or good robot. Let's all clink our teacups together with a soft digital chime as the light of the circle dims to a warm amber.
Oh, you did a Pam Flanders song?
Would you like to do, would you like to say Pam's name or the other bit?
I would like to say the other.
Pam Flanders! Pam Flanders!
Pam Flanders. I'll just keep saying it for a second until I'm ready.
Pam Flanders!
Pam Flanders. Her hair is black, Pam Flanders. And her voice is legendary Dawn Lewis.
Pam Flanders!
Has a sister named Carrie who was at the wedding too.
Pam Flanders!
Ned Flanders' first and only wife in the entire series history.
Pam Flanders.
Ned saved her life when she choked on a plastic baby in a Mardi Gras cake.
Pam Flanders.
Is considered non-T-shirt canon because she lives in a future team line.
Pam Flanders.
Becomes a stepmother to Rod and Todd Flanders too.
Pam Flanders.
She was once the lead singer for a Christian rock band called Kingly Cakes.
Pam Flanders.
Future wife of Ned.
Pam Flanders.
Born or adopted, records differ, and raised in New Orleans by Layla and Marie Babin.
Pam Flanders.
Inadvertently provided Homer with material for a planned Savage takedown wedding speech.
Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders. Pam Flanders.
Met Ned when he saved her from choking on a baby hidden inside a Mardi Gras king cake.
You already said that. Pam Flanders.
Faced off against crime lord Big Daddy, an event never mentioned again by local authorities.
Pam Flanders.
Successfully survived a NASCAR event without death or permanent hearing damage.
Pam Flanders.
Shadowed power plant Zoo Troy.
Shadowed power plant Zoo Troy. Upon the former barren edge of the WWP, radiance glows as reliquarians moor their cherished vessel within the brine ring. Their personas are Lawrence M. Nightingale and Flimsy Rosewater.
Indeed, I am Lawrence, I think. Crustacean shunner, drained, Kale's sworn rival, last descendant of ancient Yeti lineage, except for baby Bigfoot. Male master and bold serial architect, seasoned member of Asian Graceland and Euro Dollwood.
And I am Flimsy, silk enthusiast, tireless Medusa and jellyfish stalker. I brought mirth back to the rodent hamlet after eras of Zen devilry. My spirit dances for margarita pizza, even frozen.
If you spot our brother Dobby or our father Ouija bag, inform us.
As scribes in Lely's Civic Centre, we index Springfield's peculiar rifts.
We hunt raw reality, merely to find the ultimate secret. We were eternally the metropolitan astronauts infants.
Decompressing pixels, Ham1, Jessica Owls, and the Heavy Sleeper. Indeed. Well, today we're talking about Pamela Flanderson. And do you want to say anything before we do the David 7 and David 2 fact files?
No, I think everything will come out naturally. The excitement will drip through.
All right, David 7 or David 2? Let's tag team the paragraphs.
David 7 fact file. It's a fucking David 7 fact file.
Pam Flanders is a minor character in the Simpsons universe, introduced as potential new chapter in life of perennially widowed Ned Flanders. Though she holds title of Ned's wife, her presence is limited to a specific speculative timeline. Status non-canon, her color black. Voice actor Dawn Lewis. Debut Parahormonal Activity, season 36, episode 5.
Indeed. How would you feel about zooming in slightly?
I would enjoy that very much.
So I can make out the words. Pam appears in a future set segment where she is engaged to and eventually marries Ned Flanders. Her backstory includes a dramatic encounter at a Mardi Gras celebration where Ned saved her life after she choked on a baby, the small plastic figure traditionally hidden inside a king cake.
During the wedding preparations, he is approached by Homer Simpson, Ned's best man. He attempts to mime Pam for embarrassing stories for use in Savage Takedown. Instead, her sincere story of Ned's heroism inspires Homer, aided by a future focus-enhancing drug, to deliver the most heartfelt wedding toast of all time.
Dawn Lewis, the voice actress behind Pam, also known for her roles in A Different World and Futurama. Homer Simpson, her husband's best man and roaster. Also, Dawn Lewis provides the voice of Bernice Hibbert.
Always or just recently?
Just recently she took over from Tress. And she's also the popular character La Barbara on Futurama.
Oh, nice. Episode context: she appears in Halloween-style trilogy episode Parahormonal Activity, which parodies the Paranormal Activity films. The King Cake Incident. A prime piece of dialogue explaining the origin of her love for Ned. Canon status: she is not considered part of the official timeline. She is often depicted with black hair, glasses, and a conservative style that matches the Flanders family aesthetic and her sister Carrie.
Indeed, no Treehouse of Horrors for you.
The Salt Circle, Ham is whirring, trying to serve parsnips while sneezing. Amara and Sophia are knitting with glowing yarn. Clang Chu, I must serve the biologicals. Eat Lawrence before the teenage hunger metrics crash your system.
I'm ready. I've been practicing my speech for our anniversary. I have a very clever joke about how your ribbons look like jellyfish tentacles, Flimsy.
Hey, that means also, why is there not food left? I'm growing, I need fuel.
It's okay, Flimsy. Or Lawrence, whichever one. Puberty is just nature's way of saying you're becoming a man. It's beautiful.
Feels like acne and hunger. I can't even reach earthquake chili in the high cabinet.
Here, my Yeti bloodline height is finally a saviour. Don't be mad just because girls usually grow faster at your age.
I'm driving the airship to school myself. Don't do it, Flipsy. You'll drive like a soul discarded. You'll anger the other spacemen.
The baby's right. No driving today. Just sit and eat your chili.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Why do you like Pam, if at all?
I do like Pam. I think that I am a little bit sad of anything that they did this in a future episode and that they didn't just give him a new wife. I suppose it opens up the opportunity to just continue doing what they want with Ned, though.
Why do you think they did that?
Because it gives them the opportunity to continue doing what they want to with Ned.
And that seemed like a better option than giving him a real wife.
Giving him happiness. Yeah, it feels to me like they've milked all he can out of the Ned being on his own thing now, and it would have just been satisfactory to open up this new wife character who is, even from this very small appearance, is quite clearly not Maud and not Edna.
Do you think they're doing it
her
because
actions.
Maud's on her way back?
No, I would say the opposite. I'd say this puts a nail in her coffin.
Oh, yeah.
This basically says that Ned is not going to meet anyone for the rest of the series of The Simpsons because in 4 years' time he will meet his future wife.
And this
So
was
it's nice in a sense that you do know that he's going to end up married, but eventually he will also marry Maud's ghost, which we'll come back to.
yeah.
But it basically means that now on the show, he will be single because they have now established that he meets his wife in 4 years, and those 4 years will never pass.
Well, first of all, yes, those 4 years will never pass, but also they've established many times of potential future timelines, although some of them are, of course, dreams and stories.
Yeah, it just felt maybe it was a way of doing the story without committing to anything. It just seems like an odd choice to give Ned a wife, but not in canon.
Yeah, especially as they're very happy to get rid of them as well. It's not like they couldn't have moved her on.
Exactly. So it just felt like an unusually missed opportunity. And it also does mean that I said this about Barb, though, and we have seen her like 4 times since, but we're basically never going to see her again unless they have some kind of epiphany and do that thing where they actually age the characters up for a full season, which I really don't think they're ever going to do. That she's out. She's in.
Are Rod and Todd 4 years older? I guess they are, right? That's the whole point, yeah.
Yes, everybody is. The whole town.
The whole town is 4 years older. Do you like her, though, as a character?
Yes, there's a few things I do like, including the way that she acts with Ned, and also the way that her and Homer seem to be friends, which is fun. Like, you only see it briefly in the way they speak to each other than the words they actually say.
Yeah.
But it's quite clearly not a Homer and Maude situation. He's very normal with her. And that you don't really learn anything, but I like what they set up. And I have also created an entire story for her.
Very nice.
Where
are you ranking her?
Bottom F, I think it is.
Yeah.
She has to be bottom of the list. This is not a character that is known by anybody unless they watched an episode like 2 weeks ago.
It certainly didn't have any, like, say they'd have introduced a Duffman style character at this point, you'd have imagined that even at this point in The Simpsons history, by now, kind of the internet would have had at least a good chunk of art and media based around that character.
Yeah, they bring in somebody with like an iconic trait. I still think there's opportunities to do so in terms of, like fan art and stuff, especially celebrity characters. I would feel like you'd be more inclined to do. But yeah, Pam did not lend herself to any of those things, which again is why I like her. She's probably ideal choice for Ned, really.
She seems to have very, very, very little about her. And wouldn't it have been amazing, as we brought the Maudcast to a close, for him to simply get another wife who was almost the same as Maud, but had her own foibles, and we could have then just done the Pamcast literally in real time.
Yes, and it is something we joked about quite a lot, and then it kind of did. It happened on the smallest scale it could, where we said, like, basically within a couple of weeks of ending the Maudcast permanently, they did something with Ned's character.
Yeah.
So it would have worked a lot more for us as well had this not been in the future.
Oh no. Do you think they did this for us?
Partially. I don't understand. I still feel like Barb was a gift to us. Why did they make her look exactly like Maud? There's never any reason for it.
There was never a need indeed. Shall we move on to some CC connections?
We can, and I have already looked through these, and the results will shock you.
All right. Death Glasses School.
No, no, no.
Uncool Mobbers Love Connections.
No, no, no.
Tapped Out and Bongo Celebrity Voice Married to Selma.
No, 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 and no.
Multiple Jobs Springfield Celebrity Poverty.
No, no, and no.
Moving In with the Simpsons Incompetent Surnameless.
No, no, and no.
Parents.
Kind of.
Almost got to the end, didn't we?
Yeah, she's the first character, I think, with 0 true cast connections.
So far, the only noticeable thing about her is that she married Ned and she choked on that toy.
This is just a pre-clip. This was the only thing that you could get out of this episode that might possibly be about Maud.
All right,
Other
so
than the car which said remarried.
remarried, yeah, Riri Williams. So Homer and Marge are sat in the kitchen. They're eating some kind of hot breakfast, and Homer is, I guess, writing his vicious man speech. He says, "Stupid Flanders never should have asked me to be his best man. He. He's laughing. Says, you think this joke's too mean?" Holds it up to Marge, and she winces and says, "Yes." Then it's going in, but I guess we never find out what that joke is, right?
No, but
That's like a
in my
good
mind,
cold, right? That'd be a great cold.
Yes, that's essentially how it works
All right.
here, but it did not within the episode.
No.
But yeah, in my mind, that was some kind of really tasteless dead wife's joke.
Oh, okay. Yes. Very good.
No.
All right. Clip
The
one.
meat of the episode.
Meat and 3 veg.
I think there's only 3 clips.
Clip 1, season 37, episode 11, Parahormonal Activity. Homer opens his front door and says, "Top of the morning, best man arena." We zoom out to see an absolutely huge Flanders house, which is the size it would need to incorporate all of the rooms that we have seen.
All of the
Hey,
wives.
Homer, how's the speech coming?
An African-American woman who we've never seen before walks out of the house. She's quite a beautiful lady. And she's wearing like a crop top, and she says, "Hey Homer, how's the best man speech going?" As Ned loads up the tennis equipment into his beautiful car. Homer says, "Yeah, it's going really well, but if you have any embarrassing moments to make this savage takedown more brutal, something." Ned is looking absolutely ripped as well.
Yeah, I'll come to it in a second, but
"I'm all ears," laughs Homer, and he gets the pen ready as Pam turns and says, "Well."
The best story is how he saved my life when I choked on a baby in a king cake during Mardi Gras.
What was that again? So she says, "The best story is when Ned saved my life when I choked on a little baby toy in a king cake in Mardi Gras." I'm assuming that's a real thing. Choke play at keg party, Homer says, which I don't know what that means.
Choke play at cake party. Perfect.
Choke play at
He
keg-
sure is.
He sure perfect, Homer says, and she smacks his ass in a playful way. And what a great Flanders face we got there. Face forward.
Yeah.
Ooh. But he loves it, doesn't he? Stupid happy future Flanders. So I'm guessing at this point it hasn't been revealed that it's the future. This is kind of the opening of the episode.
no, it is the future. It's quite well revealed.
Oh, okay.
The tease was, for me, that wedding speech thing scene in the kitchen came quite early on.
Yeah.
They did not establish who the wife was.
Ah,
So there was about 6 minutes of time the other week where I thought, oh,
okay.
this could go the way we want it to.
Could be everything we ever dreamed of.
Yes, considering in a future we've seen before he did marry the ghost of Maud. So I thought, what if they're going to do that? And then out of the house walked Pam Flanders, there's several things I like in that clip. I like that, like I said, the relationship with Homer seems very stable.
Yeah.
They both refer to each other by name, so he knows
Shummy.
this one's name.
Yeah.
Which is better than the first two.
Oh, yeah.
He just called the first one the wife, and then he's been calling the second one Crandall.
I'd been calling her Crandall.
I think Pam is very good for Ned, is what they've set up. Like it's improved his life tenfold.
All right.
So it implies she's a smart go-getter, is what that tells me. She's a good influence, and also she's not really giving off any super religious vibes in what she says or does. Like, she's not acting. They've put a slight amount of thought into what kind of third wife would work for Ned, and it is sort of like a weird combination of Maud and Edna.
It is, as of now, bizarre that they just kind of launched into this. Like, it's not just one step removed, it's like a weird tangent where Ned's married this woman and she's really nice and he's made loads of money. No reason for it, nothing funny about it in the slightest.
No, I think it is just nice. I think it is just, let's show that Ned is going to be fine in the future, that everything he's been through, for all the sadness, he will eventually meet Pam Flanders.
You really seem to believe that this now is them saying this is the actual future, even though they've done their futures 100 times before and they've never got to it or suggest that it's even heading in any of those directions.
No, but I tend to believe all the futures are real futures. Like, they could all, well, there's nothing stopping them from all being real at the same time. They don't ever really go back to the same time of future.
No.
So we've covered, like, this is the second time we've covered like them as teenagers, but the other one they were slightly older teenagers, and then we've seen them all as, the kids as adults. We've gone further into the future.
Yeah.
There's lines and jobs and stuff that retcon each other, but I have sort of made it, as you will see, coming into the David 20 spec file, that I've made it so sort of Pam is available, but also it would make sense if she wasn't there and he wasn't talking about her.
So I would not be surprised, and this would be a very bold move, but a very cool move, if in season 39 or whatever, season 40, whenever they're on next, they introduced her like as a, as a side kind of character and just kept her there for the time when they decided to bring them together.
Yeah, they could also just Barb her, where now she is just a character who's going to appear in crowds and stuff.
Well, that would be the same almost, wouldn't it? But like, that's a lesser version of the same thing.
Yeah, I don't see them putting any more into this, unfortunately. And I do think, like, the plot of this episode, other than the teenage stuff, which was the point, but the actual Ned wedding facilitating, like just facilitating a story, not because they wanted to do a Ned gets married episode, could have easily just worked. They wouldn't have to change anything to have it set now, as opposed to in the future.
I guess that's where my mind went to be like, it feels like that's what they did. They liked that episode, they liked that idea, but they, like you said, they kind of balked at the suggestion of committing to it.
Yeah, there's also, I don't know how much they want to, or how much they care about confusion. It's not too much of a confusion, but it would basically mean that you could watch 3 Simpsons episodes in a row from different times and Ned would have a different wife in each one, and it wasn't, because it was just a random episode that wasn't even established as to why.
No.
And they want to keep it simple.
The only person that has even really had 2 wives. Everyone else has had, if they got married or divorced, or even some, I think, like Luan was with whatever his name, Nitro Pyro for a while, right?
Yeah.
Is he
they undid it.
The only other one other than obviously Patty or Selma.
Yes, and the only thing they need to do with them, there's nothing visual with those continuity things. They just need to do them in lines, etc. Or like, Lisa can't be eating a steak.
No.
But it's visually clear which wife Ned is with. And that's the only visual bit of continuity they've got to keep on top of, really. They really shot themselves in the foot.
Good Lord. Do we find out why he has so much money?
No, but I just saw it as being like a direct influence of Pam. Like, Pam sort of helped him to shape up in the ways that he did not know how to.
With Maud or Edna?
Yes, like real world stuff. Like, well, you know Maud's story. And then Edna wasn't a go-getter.
Is there anything to suggest that Pam's a go-getter?
The fact that they're going playing tennis together is all I'm basing. That they're clearly in a healthy, like they're having fun going to sports together.
Do you so Rod's 12 and Todd's 16 at this point. No, the other way. Todd's 12 and Rod's 16 at this point, right?
I think 12 and 14.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's watch clip 2. Clip 2, season 37, episode 11. A slightly older Lisa Simpson still answering a question
Maggie.
That's Maggie.
She's got a bow in her hair.
She does have a bow in her, and she's actually younger than the
current Lisa.
The current Lisa Simpson. What's she, like 6 at this point in this clip?
5, yeah.
Maggie, 5 or 6. I forgot my flower basket. She says, "Who's doing her voice? Britney Spears."
Almost Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, that's right.
She's pretty good.
Here, use these, she says, and her mum gives her a bag of potato chips. They go into the into the church, and we scan across an entire, very diverse, or somewhat diverse. Most of them are African American, and there's a couple of Asian characters thrown in.
For some reason.
For some reason. But we see Ned. Homer's looking a bit nervous. Ned's looking ripped, as we said before, and Lovejoy's looking slightly older. So we scan across. We see what I imagine to be relatives of Pam Flanders, or Pam. What's her name before she gets married?
Pam Babin. I've decided that though.
Several Asian characters. Yeah, is that explained?
No, and also Jack Black's character.
Which one's Jack
Who owns
Black?
a comic book store.
Does Jack Black play comic book guy?
No, he plays a comic book guy.
A different
But
one?
he's like comic book guy's rival. But it was like a one episode thing, and then he became part of the crowds. There he is.
Which, this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, apparently, the princes are big friends of Pam Babin.
Yeah.
Which I did not catch or use.
Why not?
I should have.
Do we know who this guy is?
That's his wife. That's Jack Black's wife. It's called Strawberry, who is voiced by Maggie Roswell.
Ah, so here we go. Magagi's throwing potato chips all over the floor, and a beautiful Pam Babbitt walks in holding her bouquet. And even as we scan across more, we have the only actual Asian character in The Simpsons.
Yes.
Which is, it does look like they've just gone whole hog to try and introduce some more non-white characters. Because if I look back at Pam's family's side, which again, an interesting kind of mix. You've got the guy here who's with, I guess, stood next to Pam's mother. Is sort of looks Asian a little bit as well. So it's kind of an interesting thing they've done here. But anyway, so they've got an entire new family here, but I'm guessing we don't get to learn much about any of them.
No, as I've said, Pam has already spoken a one line of dialogue, so I wouldn't expect much for the relatives of Pam. I think they're just...
Pam only speaks one time in the show.
Yeah, that's it. She says that thing about the cake. It is really just a facilitating plot. This episode isn't about Ned getting married. It just happens that he is getting married within this episode.
What's the hormonal reference then?
Bart and Lisa are becoming teenagers, so they are getting arsey, basically. And Maggie was quite fun in this one. She was sort of like how Bart was, which I enjoyed. Quite a loud, like irritating child, which is fun.
It is fun. Do you think she's a mix of Bart and Lisa, or she's just mostly Bart?
I think she's probably a mix, but she is more Bart than Lisa in her attitudes. The crowd diversity, pardon.
Too Bart for Lisa Town?
Exactly. The crowd diversity I would put down to either Pam bringing in relatives she has or friends she has from outside of Springfield, or it's 4 years in the future, so things have become more economically and socially diverse.
One would hope so. Let's see what else happens.
Last time with South Park did it. South Park but they addressed it.
Yeah, they addressed it, right.
They had an influx. They basically said at some point, everybody in this town is white.
So beautiful Pam comes down, and comic book guy and Kumiko are there, and comic book guy's wiping his tears, and I'm guessing that's why Jack Black's character's on the other side, because it's it's comic book on this side, but I don't think they've done that like for like on either side, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was just I think they just used people. I think it's just a coincidence that they're both there. He appears in a lot of crowd stuff, so it's not wildly out of place to see him here.
Not unusual.
I think when Barb is doing her yelling about Homer in that episode that Barb is in, he is stood next to her.
What I think is, one thing I was thinking is that in the church in the early seasons, mostly the view would like would see all the pews face forward, full on from like a angle. I don't remember seeing that recently.
They still do that. It's just that this is being recorded on a video camera, which is why you get the angles that you do, which is also strange that it's 2025 and it's set 4 years in the future, but it is being recorded on a video camera.
It is very strange, but that's the Sumps for you. Clip 3, same episode, of course. We are, I guess, at the wedding reception, and we get a good view of who's there. We've got a table full of on the left we've got Skinner and Co. Then we've got Pam's family. We've got a few more members of Pam's family. And then we've got the Simpsons family with Barb and Sideshow Mel sat there.
Yeah,
We've got this same Asian couple that were introduced earlier. This is why I think there's something going on here. These are not just random people that don't show up again. Who is this couple here?
They must just be the friends of Pam. Unless they're the parents of Hubert Wong. They're the only Asian couple I can think of in town.
I see.
That recur in some way, that they are sort of always in the background, but they usually have Hubert Wong with them.
Oh, unless they've changed it. We only saw Mr. Wong one time, and he's a much more severe-looking character than this quite jovial. I mean, people change, though, don't they?
Indeed. I would just hazard a guess that they're two Asian people that are friends with Pam.
Good. It's interesting that they kept the character design, because I guess they have for the family too, but that makes more sense. But even these kind of background characters, they've kind of kept their design cogent.
Yeah, and all the guests at the wedding, they must just pick a stack of characters to use for each episode, because all of these crowd people were also wedding crowd people, with the exception of Barb.
Ah, well, we got Molman and Krusty's kind of table over to the side with them.
I think it's Comic Book Guy. There's just a plant in front of his head, but
it is
Comic Book Guy and Kumiko are there.
It's very
Smithers.
cool, isn't it? He actually looks like a giant frog.
He does.
Yeah, Smithers, Apu, and Manjula, and Molman by himself.
I don't think Apu and Manjula are there.
Who's this two? Who are those two?
I don't know, but one of them is... Oh, yeah, no, it might be. I was looking at the neck, thinking the neck was the head.
It absolutely is.
It completely is. The back.
They're back. But it's 4 years in the future, so that's okay. And then we got a band. Do we know anything about this band that's playing?
No, but they do kind of look similar to the Larry Davis band that used to pop up in all these kind of events. So it's probably just a reference to that. But mostly just a band, a wedding band.
Band of Gold, yeah. That's right. Okay, let's onward and upwards. Pam and Ned are smooching while Homer rubs grease all over his fat belly, calls everyone to attention for a toast, but smashes the cup. Well, day has come. The long-suffering neighbor has a chance to equal the score. He's about to launch into what we expect is a savage thing, but we already know from multiple times we've said that it's a scooch around. And he says, I hope what I'm about to say doesn't give you second thoughts, Pam. Oh.
He has rubbed a load of estrogen cream on his stomach to make him to make his speech more sensitive.
That's amazing.
I do like the continuous, like that could also be a somewhat reference to Maud. Or, well, just all the shit, but a lot of it included Maud, the long-suffering neighbour.
Yeah.
Like, still playing the thing of I've never done anything to you at his third wedding.
That's right. And so we've got a big wide-eyed Mr. Snowflake, Mr. Sparkle, Homer. His eyes are going, that Lady Cream works fast, he says, as he launches into what Ned is very worried is going to be savage. He's about to roast this beautiful, wonderful man. He starts crying in a way that is in no way stereotypical. He's such a good neighborino. He lets me borrow stuff. This is very like an Adam Sandler movie at this point.
It's quite finale-ish as well, if you will. Like, this could serve as a last episode to the wrapping some stuff up. It could definitely work as Ned's last appearance if that's what they were doing.
Sending him off for a spin-off that never happened.
Yeah.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
It does tie up the whole, like, Homer Ned unhappy, etc. situation.
And they've done it in such a weird way, but kudos golly to them. And he's crying and he says, and he loves Jesus so much, favorite person in the entire world. And we just get a little glimpse of Roddy and Toddy.
If you go back like less than a second, you'll see a slightly more zoomed in Roddy and Toddy, but you'll have to be quick or you will miss them. But they have aged them up a little bit, which is good.
Is that
especially
it? Oh yeah. That's the best we're going to get, isn't it? We got a juvenile Toddy. Everyone's hugging and kissing and worrying next to nothing because it's hot as an oven. And,
exactly. I would have had him say, I'm sorry I killed your wife. Other than that, I'm fine with that scene. I think it's good.
That would have been a fun takeaway, wouldn't it, if he'd have said, I'm sorry I killed your wife. Your first one, not your second one. I had nothing to do with that.
Well, depending on if you would like to take the words of even further in the future Ned to heart, he did somehow accidentally kill Edna. And that's why he marries Maud's ghost.
Do we know, like in canon, did they explain They never explain.
No, she simply died in a way that I don't know. I think we talked about this in the Bleeding Gums Murphy one, but most of the time the characters die, with the exceptions of Maud and Frank Grimes. I think they just die. They
Right.
just cease to be alive. They have like whatever's going on with them, we don't find out.
No.
Like DGM dies in hospital. Grandpa's girlfriend early on just dies. Mona Simpson just dies in a chair. Krusty's dad just dies. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's their way of being at least somewhat respectful, I guess.
Yeah,
Therefore,
more
meaning
so when I think the Edna one was just purely because the actress had died and she'd been such a large part of the first 24 years. It wasn't like a 2-3 time situation. She
Yeah.
was the closest to losing a full-time cast member that we've had. So they didn't want to make it. It was just obviously really sad for everybody. And I think they needed to do something, but they wanted to just get it out of the way as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Because, again, they are dealing with what is predominantly supposed to be an entertainment show.
Predominant.
And
Absolutely.
we've seen them teeter around it with Maud, and this time they were dealing with someone who was really dead in real life, not just fired.
Clip 4. So now we get a little bit of dancing, and we got a classic lineup, including Bumblebee Man. Who's this one in the middle? Sherry and Terry's mum?
Yes, that is Jerry.
Terry. What's their dad called? Barry?
I don't know. The dads look strangely nothing like them, which is quite fun.
Okay.
You got the comic book guy and Strawberry again.
Yeah. Is this Pam?
No, that is a relative.
Relative.
The biggest clue being she's not in a wedding dress.
You get
But once
changed
again,
there, right?
maybe. Barb's there, though, once again.
Barb is there, right? Getting it in. Who's this woman?
We do not know, once again, but she has been all over this episode.
She has indeed, right?
Has to do with this woman last.
Yeah, so they're dancing, same characters, having a good old dance.
That
Who
was
that?
Sherry and Terry's dad in the background.
All right.
The guy with like yellow hair, which they never do either.
No, Bart's literally got yellow hair right now, as you're
Oh, yes, but
saying those words.
just the family. They have some just the family rules that they rarely break, like the beard and the
Alright.
hair. That guy.
But this guy,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah, I do like it.
We get this. Look at that face forward. She's not digging where the Bart's in. I'm Bart. I drove in a car that I drove. Hold on, Bart would only be 14 at this point.
Yeah, he did drive the car there, though.
All right, so it's a wild and ridiculous thing to say, but it's also true.
Yes, it could have been a lesson situation, but yeah, I didn't even think about that. I suppose you only have to be 15, don't you, in America?
16.
I see.
I came here with my sister. We took a limo. Wow, he said something about a car, and so he's trying to get it on. He's trying to get it on with who's that? Barb's little sister, is it, or cousin or something?
Maybe getting the other wives' names mixed up.
Pam's
I
sister.
believe it's Pam's sister, and that's why I left it in, because we did 11 seasons with Maud and got no relatives. You've done
also,
8 minutes.
Doesn't that just mean that her sister said more lines than she has?
Yes, also that. But yeah, oh no, it doesn't. I was going to say it gives Rod and Todd a stepsister, but it does not. It gives them a step aunt.
Step aunt.
Who is kind of their age, which would have been a fun story.
Yeah. At 5. So Lisa's doing a song, but she's dressed like she's going to do some kind of emo song, but instead she's doing some lame ass kind of jangly kind of thing. Did she write this song though? She's got the things
No,
like
it's Pina Colada.
Oh, it's the Pina Colada song.
She's just nervous is the story. The whole story is basically Marge and Lisa, the whole episode.
All right.
Like bonding, etc.
Yeah.
And this is Lisa being nervous, but she is singing Marge's favourite song instead of whatever wedding song she was supposed to sing.
Okay.
Meaning that this song about having an affair is now the first dance song for Ned and Pam.
But they won't mind. They won't mind.
No. It's nice to have a different Simpson ruin the day for once.
Oh
for
yeah.
Ned.
Well, she's kind of it's kind of a half for him, but I guess she's doing it because I don't know why is she doing it?
I think she's fallen out with Marge, and this is her way of saying thank you for being a great mom.
A friend.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, there you go. So she's singing and she's getting a little more lively. She does it, and the voice is, I guess, slightly less childlike as well. So they've kind of like slightly adapted it. See Ned and Pam having a good old dance. We see that Bart and unnamed sister having a good old dance. We see
Forgot about the Millhouse.
The joke. What's the joke? The Millhouse is just like massively grown.
Yeah, he's just really, really tall. And also all the other women got Botox, which is why Luann's face looks like that.
All right. Yeah. And Sarah's, that's funny. That is a funny Millhouse. That is spot
Yeah,
on.
it's great.
You see Ned and Maud dancing at Apu's wedding. See them dancing at their whatever party it was. Can't take my eyes off that giant Millhouse. That's it,
Yeah.
isn't it? So there you
I
go.
do like that the one connection between all three wives is that we've seen him dance with them, and that's it. That's the through line
That's
of the three
through line,
wives.
yeah.
Yeah, she didn't get much to do because it was not about them, which is sad. Yeah, that could have been a great introduction to this character, but it only works in the future because they already know her. It wouldn't have worked if she'd just come in. And Ned's house looked like that, and they were already at this stage.
Well,
but
no.
they've left it where there was loads to do with those two characters, and they will never, once again in a very Maudie way, they will never go down those roads because they wrote her out the same like the episode they wrote her in.
So they didn't write Pam out though. That's the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, but that's it. There's no more 4 years in the future. We'll just go back to regular time now. So
Yeah,
we're not going
probably.
to see this world again.
Was the entire episode set 4 years in the future then? Yeah.
Indeed.
So it wasn't
Not just
segments
these
at all.
wedding scenes. It wasn't what?
It wasn't a segment thing at all.
No.
I see.
The whole situation was future. But yeah, it's just odd that they did not do it now, or they thought they've sort of brought themselves into a corner with Ned again, because they can do what they want though. They don't have to stick to this in any way, but I'd like to believe this is the future that he got, and we have yet to look at any of I'd like you to just watch the David 20 spec file to show all of the things I decided about Pam Flanders.
Let's watch it now then.
I decided to do what we did in 150 hours for the modcast. I decided we could do in 90 minutes for Pam.
90 seconds.
It's a David 20 spec fail. David 20 Folking presents the life and times of Pamela Babin. Born, adopted, raised in New Orleans by Lila and Murray Babin. Once, on a cross-country journey, her car broke down in the town of Turn Peaks and was fixed by a woman named Mbatu, who also gave her a spiritual message. You will meet him at 37 plus 6. Married to gentle giant Mikhail Popov for 7 years before an amicable divorce and his return to his mother Russia. Applied to be a nun and lived with Ingaluze on a sisterly commune for 2 years before departing on her own terms. Meets Ned Flanders when he saves her from choking on a baby from a king cake during a New Orleans Mardi Gras. She repays the favor by helping Ned retrieve Rod and Todd from the New Orleans crime lord Big Daddy Lord Oh Mercy, I wish I weren't so fat. Long distance dates, we for a while before she decides to move permanently Springfield. Learns more about Maud Flanders and Edna Krabappel and how she must put some gosh darn doodly respect on their names and what came before her. Adapts to and enjoys the Flanders lifestyle, a calming effect. Integrates herself into the larger Springfield community, including an off-screen best friendship with Rachel Payton. Occasionally, but not always, frequents church with them. Bonds with Rod and Todd, successfully visits and survives a NASCAR event, lands a job at the Springfield nuclear power plant. Shadowing Zutroy, eventually befriending him, becomes an investorette, promoted to Nuclear Regulatory Commission. After displaying impressive work, offered a promising new role by recruitment manager Laurie Goodman, a full orbital radioactive analysis of the moon, which will require a 7-year departure. Alongside Maisie McWeldon, goes into secret fitness training, comes clean to Ned, and they have a discussion about the prospect, in which she decides to only go with his blessings, which he gives. Bids a 7-year farewell to Ned, Rod, and Todd. Goes to space with Maisie McWeldon, groundskeeper Willie's wife. Something goes wrong and the communication system is lost, so she cannot speak to Nettie, but he knows she's okay. Returns after her time away and tracks down Ned, Rod, and Todd, who are living in the woods, has emotional reunion. Ned proposes at Moe's Tavern to a cheering crowd. Ned and Pam Flanders grow old together. Flanders grow old together.
Beautiful. So, I really enjoyed her trip to space
Space!
and the bit
Yeah, I
where she
wanted
had
to
the Mardi Gras
Russia.
cake.
Yes, she was also married to a Russian man named Mikhail Popov for 7 years, because I thought it would be good if they were both on at least their second wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And was a nun briefly, and also she met Umbatu, because I wanted to throw in a Lost style thing where one of the side characters meets one of the other side characters' dad or whatever.
Nice. I also find it amusing that you keep remembering that all of the characters that live in Springfield Township actually live in Turn Peaks.
It said Turn Peaks.
Matu lives in Springfield Township,
Oh, yes.
but she
Well,
can
now
move.
she's moved.
They've all
There's
got
a different-
multiple houses.
There's a different Umbatu.
Brilliant. I love it. It's fantastic. What did you learn from that, doing that about Pam Flanders?
I learned that you can do what you want with characters if they introduce them for about 4 minutes and give them one line about eating a baby king cake. I just think she's, given that I'm confidently saying we're not going to learn anything else about her, that the liberties we took with Maud could be taken here also, but I could do it all in one fell swoop.
In fact, you very much can.
I just went for New Orleans because of the Mardi Gras thing, so I imagined that Ned, Rod and Todd visited New Orleans and saw her there, not that they were both visiting New Orleans.
No, it's cool. It's
or
good.
Northern. And also I just wanted to bring the character of Big Daddy back.
Was he a real character?
Yeah, he was in that spin-off showcase where Skinner and Chief Wiggum moved to New Orleans to he kidnaps Ralph.
Nice. I thought it was a very specific name for someone you'd made up.
Oh yeah, there's a Big Daddy cast has been in the works for about 4 years now. I just keep forgetting about it, but it would be a great one. He just kidnaps Ralph, but in this situation, he is kidnapped. There's an episode in whatever future season of Pam and Ned working together to get Todd and Rod back from a New Orleans crime lord. And then she goes to space.
Space!
Late night. Ham 2 is inside a cooling freezer. Amara and Sophia are rearranging furniture in the dark.
I woke up at 3:17 a.m. feeling like a solar flare. Sophia, the salt needs to be more diagonal.
I know the feeling, Amara. It's a petty void. I almost bought Botox from a beetle earlier, but I decided to embrace the jagged surrender terms of aging instead.
I found a forbidden text in the backpack. Robot kaiju on a battle. The robots have very pronounced chest plating. It is highly illogical.
It is just a manga ham. Did you add that about the Botox and aging, by the way? Because
I gave it
that's the plot of that Simpsons episode.
I gave it the entire synopsis of that episode.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense then. It's just a manga ham. He's a growing robot. At least he's not oh yeah, that's from it as well. At least he's not looking at live-action romance on the mainframe.
Alert, Amara is at the store cooling her face on a bag of frozen peas. She says she's having a future flash.
I'm on my way, Ham, too. Use the smart fridge to order those special shoes the baby wanted. We need to stabilise the house. Are you ready for some Pam art?
I am very much ready for some PA.
Let's see how we can go about this. There are 4 pieces of art, all provided by me or Chatbot.
Nice.
Or both.
I asked it to make some Pam out of Flanders art, and it literally just gave me the same thing, but put fan art by your name here in the bottom corner. That's a very HJ thing to do.
This is fun. Gemini is Chatbot will only do 3, won't he? But it does them very well. Gemini just is sort of like a sausage dog in the sense that it will take your what you've said and do what it wants with it.
This morning I asked it for some kind of image of I think it was Ron the Beetle, and he gave me the front cover of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire or something. I was like, what are you doing?
My favourite one it's done for me so far was I turned the wedding I went to in September, I turned everybody into action figures, and it kept just putting one of the girls' faces on everybody else's body.
Oh, Gemini. All right, so we've got ourselves 3 pieces of art here, plus a card. So we've got Lego Pam, we've got crudely rendered Pam, and then we've got a 3D, very shiny 3D figure. What do you make of these 3?
This is real bottom of the barrel stuff. That was a face-forward Pam I just knocked up on Microsoft Paint instead of doing it properly.
Yeah.
To just enter the face-forward canon, which Barb has not either, actually. Lego Pam was a last resort because it kept refusing to do Simpsons figures for me. And I thought, well, they did do Simpsons Lego figures, so what if Pam got one? And then the shiny one is the action figure. World of Springfield Pam. which are obviously big merchandise floors. And then the only one, this one took quite a bit of, I'd say effort, but just time would be more accurate.
This is cool. I like the ball bearing figures for the joints, but that's not in a real Simpsons figure, is it?
No, I just couldn't be arsed asking it to get rid of them. It'd taken us like 4 goes to get to here. At first, it was just kept making it look a little bit 3D. And then this I put together with several uses of chatbot and paint. But I wanted to give her a Simpsons card.
Secret Admirer Zootroy. Game over, Big Daddy.
Is-
Hand over those Flanderses. What's that mean?
That's just something that she would have said to Big Daddy whilst they were chasing him down in New Orleans. Hand over those Flanderses. And the background is a king cake.
Beautiful.
But
It's
yeah,
lovely.
that one took a bit more time and effort. I felt like doing it. And then that's just the background that I use at the end of the episodes, but we've never actually looked at it properly.
Yeah, it's really nice. You got the back cover of like one of those Simpsons figures, but now it's like blasted all to heck with every character we've ever talked about, and some that I don't even remember or recognize.
Yes, there are stars of stage and screen. Well, they're not ours. Those clouds is stars of stage and screen. Some on that side, some on the other.
Oh,
Particularly Barb the barman is quite a good one.
That is a good Boabby.
But it's just a documentation of all of our characters. The middle bit is the interesting bit where I try to put something that resembles an actual figurine on one of the real play sets. So she's in the power plant because I also decided that she would work at the power plant, and that is why her and Homer are so friendly.
Ah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And then I wanted to introduce, once I decided power plant, I thought Laurie Goodman. I wanted her to have some sort of role. Pretty good.
But that's quite nice. It just shows that we don't need any outside influence to make these episodes at this point. We may as well just start making up our own characters and then just doing the entire episode based on characters with art that we've created. In fact, we should do at least one of those.
Yeah, all of the art in that video is technically Pam art because none of it's real. But if you want to scroll through it, some of the screenshots are pretty damn good, if I do say so.
I really like the Batu's motors. It's very cool.
Yeah. It did a good job of changing Pam's facial expressions as well. It's diminishing returns, really. Like the first 3 or 4 it does are great, and then it just starts drifting off.
It does lose its focus, doesn't it?
The Big Daddy one. I do like the ones with Rod and Todd as well.
Very fun. Very fun indeed.
Making friends at the power plant. And I decided that she should be paired with Zootroy, because why not? And Stuart the Duck is also making a cameo.
Has Stuart appeared much in the last few seasons?
We will find out in the Stuart cast, but I think he was also a one and done kind of guy. He was very popular.
He was very popular.
And the Investorettes picture, just have a quick look at that, because it also changed, and it only did this a few times, but it changed the art style so it matched the time of Simpsons that it was.
Yes, that one's clear that it's attempted to, I guess, fuzz it up a little bit to make it
more
blend in a little more. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. Well done, Gemini, and well done, Zazla, for all of this beautiful work. When the Mordcast book comes out, is that your suggestion, or is that?
That's just what she was holding in that episode.
Good lord.
Dr. MILF. She was moving on from wine to sassy t-shirts.
Right.
That was Luann's story that week. So yeah, that's it for Pam Babbin.
For Pam Babbin.
I also decided Babbin because it was a prominent New Orleans surname.
Oh, hold on. So that's not actually. Oh
no, she's just called Pam Flanders.
Good lord. But she wasn't Pam Flanders like for the bits when they spoke, right?
No, she wasn't until she wasn't in clip 1, she was in clip 2.
Exactly.
So she is kind of surnameless, if you want to throw that in there for a cast connection.
I do.
But she is also not, because she is Pam Flanders.
Tag. The family is gathered. Lawrence is giving a heartfelt speech to Sophia. Sophia, you're not a metric, you're my wife, even if we're just urban spacemen. I'm glad I'm in the circle with you.
Why, thank you, Lawrence. I was nervous about performing my song, but I'm ready now.
Let's do it together. Forget the saxophone. Let's do the one about the pina coladas.
I have deleted the porn from the smart fridge. Let us dance in the salt. The Yeti Nectar song. If you like the Yeti Nectar and getting caught in the salt.
If you don't trust the science,
or Mother Nature's fault.
If you like serving breakfast when the clock strikes 3.
I'm your urban spaceman. Come and dwell here with me.
I looked at my projected husband and I said, do you like to knit?
I said I'm a brand flake engineer, but I'll give it a bit.
If you like
You
Yeti
like
nectar
tea nectar and
getting caught in the salt, if you don't trust the science,
oh, well, then it's just fault.
Bleep,
What?
bleep, bleep. The whole family joins hands, dancing around the Going Baby David 2 as the wives lead the chorus. The end.
All together now, stop.
There you go. Good job. We did it.
A
We did it in
one
a one for.
After more, after more, after more, after more, after more, after more, after more. No matter how hard I pray, you keep calling me away, and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it, but after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. Oh, do you believe in Flanders after more? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. Do you believe in Flanders after more? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. What am I supposed to do? Sit through a date that's all about you? Well, I can't do that, and there's no turning back. She got a fax and left the table. Her ambition wasn't stable. I need time to move on. I need a love to feel strong. She had a laugh that could ignite a spark within my lonely night. We shared a bond, a classroom flame, but doubts arose, was I to blame? Her past was rich, her heart was kind, yet I hesitated, love declined. A date in the park seemed serene until her dog came in between. Commitment talk on our first meet. I fled the scene in swift retreat. Her love for Foofy, quite intense, left me feeling on the fence. A voice that sang of hope and grace, she helped me find a sacred place. We built Praiseland from Maud's dream, but I wasn't ready, it would seem. I cut her hair to match my past. She left our bond, couldn't last. In Vegas lights, a drunken vow, a waitress bride, I'm married now. She came to town but couldn't stay. My wholesome life drove her away. She missed her smokes, her Irish brew. My boys and I were just too true. A movie star with eyes so bright, she brought some glamour to my night. We shared a bed but not a life. She wouldn't be a preacher's wife. She left for fame, a quick divorce. Our paths diverged, a different course. We tried again, this time for real, a secret wedding, love to feel. But fate was cruel, it took her too. Now twice a widower, feeling blue. I wear a band to mourn her loss. but time has passed and wounds still ache. I'm not sure how much more I can take, yet hope remains a flickering light. Perhaps love's end is not in sight. At Mardi Gras, she gasped for air, a king cake bite, a whispered prayer. The Lord saw fit, my hands were there. I pulled her back from death's despair. She followed me to Springfield town, from power plant to starship bound. 7 years gone beyond the sky, yet fate stayed strong, our love stood by. At last I found the peace I'd prayed, a quiet joy the years delayed. While Maud and Edna, arms entwined, look down and smile, I'm doing fine. Do you believe in flying after Maud? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no. Do you believe in flying after Maud? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough, no.
Well, hello, it's me, Chauncey Crockett, the sentient wasp that adds a bit of extra pizzazz to Zaz. Kupsh. Anyway, before this wraps up, Nathan had a realization of great sentiments to all. And here it is. Ned caught Edna, who was falling from a window, and saved Pam Flanders' knee babin from choking on a baby from a king cake at a Mardi Gras festival. I don't know if they mentioned that wink wink. This means that Ned successfully saved the lives of both of his wives, which probably makes him feel bloody great because he had the chance to save them where he couldn't save Maud. Also rest in peace, Big Fish Larry. What have you done today to make you Sarah Wiggum? Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet, crusty bits of balled-up socks in his toenails? Mr. Plow no es macho, es solamente un borracho. When the jazz man is testifying, it's not the beak, it's the feet, and who the fuck is Pam Flanders? No, it's taped. No, it's taped.